Hey, welcome to Plant Patterns, or should I say welcome back, because it's been such a long time since my last video. If you haven't been here before, my name is Josefine and I own the brand Plant Patterns, where I design sewing patterns for you guys. So I have been gone for a month and I haven't been publishing videos for like 6 weeks, so it feels weird to be here again. I have been traveling. I went to Malaysia for a month and I just arrived back home like 2 days ago. So I did a bit of filming and that's what I'm gonna show you today. So I went to Malaysia to visit my boyfriend. He is there for 5 months doing his dive master course. So he's now working as a dive master in Perhentian Island in Malaysia. And I was there to visit him and to dive with him, scuba diving. And it was amazing, but I didn't have a lot of time to work on my business, which is great. It was a vacation, so yeah, here we are. So from now on, when I'm home again, I'm back in my studio space, so happy. I'm gonna try to be more consistent with my videos. So I hope you enjoy. I have so many plans and so many things I want to sew. I have been really missing my sewing machines and this space. It was really nice to get away and have a break, and I felt like my creativity kind of returned. And it was obviously nice to meet my boyfriend because we've been away from each other for so long. I was first in Kuala Lumpur, and that's where I found some really nice fabric stores. So that's actually what this video is all about. We went to Kuala Lumpur and then from there we went to Perhentian. Kind of primitive, like very simple living, no electricity in the day. They switched the electricity off from 10 AM to 6:30 PM, if I remember correctly. No internet. That was interesting. It's really focused on scuba diving, so that's really what I've been doing for the last month. It's been really fun. So I've been in Malaysia and Kuala Lumpur many times before, but I've never really had time to find fabric shops before. But this was one of my goals for this trip. The first one we went to is actually where I got all the fabric, and I only bought 3 fabrics because one, I didn't have a lot of space in my luggage. Mostly that's why, and I don't want to buy so many fabrics, but I touched a lot and it was really hard to choose. They had some gorgeous fabrics. They focused on woven fabrics and they have a lot of cotton, printed cotton from Japan. So that's really the section I was shopping in the most. They also had some viscoses, rayons, linens, stuff like that. No jersey, so I don't know where to buy a jersey in Kuala Lumpur because all of the shops we went to were mainly focused on wovens, it seems like. So the first shop we went to was Isetan. I am going to put the names of the shops in the description if you're interested, and the address. They don't really have websites as far as I know. This one is like, yes, you could see it, it's a curtain and a fabric shop. And this was gorgeous. So this, I went with my boyfriend and our friend in KL. So, and they thought it was really fun. And we're like, oh, this is nice and this is nice. So it's really fun to take people fabric shopping who don't sew. Compared to fabric shops in Sweden, what I noticed, it's like, it was so clean and so organized and so like well presented. They had a huge selection, but everything was like beautifully lined up, and I looked at everything, but I came back to the Japanese cotton many times, so that's what I bought actually. So I found a lot of beautiful prints. These fabrics are a bit on the narrow side, so I bought 3 meters of each, and maybe I should have bought 4, but I'm thinking blouses or some dresses that are not going to use too much fabric will be okay, but we will see. So the first one I picked up is this. So gorgeous. This reminds me of like Pucci from the 60s. So this is like a leafy, almost like graphic leaf, and what caught my eye is the colors. So I really like the colors. This is a cotton wool, or maybe it's like a thin poplin, I'm not sure. So it's quite thin, almost see-through. Yeah, the colors are gorgeous. I think it's nice because the print is not too large. But this, I don't know, like a shirt with a lot of volume, like really big sleeves and some, maybe a bow or something would be really nice. Or a dress. I haven't decided. But it's pink, some cream, and like a lavender lilac color, and a black background. This is a really nice fabric. And I asked the lady that worked there if they had any more colorways, because how amazing would this be in like a green and blue or yellow. Yeah, but they only had this colorway. So that's a Japanese cotton. Then I found this one, and this, as you can see in the footage, I think, they had in a lot of colorways, so it was really hard to choose. So I went for this like mustard color, but they also had like a coral and a blue and a green, and they were all really nice. But I thought the flowers looked really nice on this colorway. And this is a poplin, I think. It's more stiff and a bit thicker than the other one. I hope you can see the color okay. Yeah, so this is a bit more structured. So maybe something with volume, but it's not going to be as drapey as the other fabric I showed you. And this is also a Japanese cotton. So it's the mustard, and then the flowers are kind of white grayish, and then there's this kind of shadow flower. These ones, and that's like blue grayish. Yeah, so this maybe a shirt dress would look really nice. We will see. You'll see me making these up into projects, and I will share with you what I make this summer. So last one. This is even thicker than the other two. It's not like super thick, but this is, it almost feels like a waxed cotton, but it's not. It's like, I don't know how to describe that. But this I also like for the colors. Like, can you see that? So gorgeous. And this I want to be a dress. So beautiful. So this is like dark blue background, bluish green background, and all of these flowers, and you have butterflies and leaves. And this is fun because you can do a lot with color matching. Like if I make something with buttons, you could choose yellow or red or the kind of lilac or blue. So many colors to combine, and also with what kind of tights you have with it, cardigans, etc. So this is really fun. I also love that it's not too large, this print. I have a lot of fabrics with like ginormous prints, so it's nice to have something like a bit more normal. And as I said, I found all of these three at Isatan, however you pronounce that. It was the first shop we went to, and it was really fun. And I kind of restrained myself and only bought 3 because I thought, oh, I'm gonna find so many more. And then I didn't. The next one we went to was this fancy place that focused more on like dressy fabrics like silks, and they had a lot of sequins and like embroidered chiffon and stuff like that. I found it really nice, Chanel inspired like tweed fabric in like a lime green, white, very beautiful. And the lady really tried to push me to buy it, but I didn't. It was a bit expensive, I think, and I also was afraid I was not gonna be able to bring it in my luggage. So yeah, it was a really big store with 2 floors, but I still didn't find a lot that I liked, which is weird. I didn't want to buy something that I didn't know what to do with, so yeah. And also it's expensive, so. But the fabrics I bought were really affordable. Like, it would have been more than 4 times the price in Sweden, I think. So it was a good deal. And they also had a lot of like suiting fabrics for suits and stuff like that, like menswear. So maybe that's why I didn't find a lot either. And then we went to another shop, which was more like not so fancy as the other 2, because the first 2 we went to were like really beautiful stores, and this one was everything was in plastic, so it was really like hard to see anything, and it was more of a budget, and I think the quality of the fabrics, from what I could tell, were not as good. They had a bit of jersey, I think, which the other stores did not have. And I had already found my 3 fabrics that I really liked, so I just went around and looked for a bit. I'm sure you can find like a bargain there. I also saw a like button and accessories store, but we never went there. It's kind of close to these 3 stores. I think you can walk there. But next time I go to KL, I would like to visit this store. So they have, from what I can see on Google Maps, they have like ribbons, buttons, zippers, all of the notions you would need, because that's not something they had at the fabric shops. So like usually in Europe, I think a lot of stores have a big selection of everything. So they have patterns, fabrics, buttons, and everything you would need for any project. But here it's more, in these stores it's more separated, I think. So you go to a different store if you want a button or a zipper, which is interesting. But fabric was on the top of my list, so that's what I went for. So these are the 3 fabrics I chose. Let me know which one you think is your favorite, or if you saw something else I should have chosen instead. Or maybe that's gonna make me sad, but I left so many beautiful fabrics behind, and what was most interesting for me was the Japanese cotton selection. So I guess I should go to Japan for fabric shopping next time. It was really fun to just walk around and find fabric shops, and that's something I've not done in Kuala Lumpur before, so that was really nice. I'm going to get these fabrics washed and dried, and then I'm going to plan some projects for them. I can't wait to wear them this summer. I hope I will get them finished. I have so many ideas for things I want to sew now that I'm back in the studio, so very exciting. Also, while I was away, if you are not following me on Instagram or subscribed to my newsletter, you would have missed this maybe, but I released a new pattern. So I thought I would just talk about it for a little bit. So I have been working on this pattern for such a long time, and I had plans to release it before I went on holiday, but I finished up the last piece, the last few things, a few days into my holiday. So like 3 weeks ago I released this pattern, and I really hope you like it. Thank you for all of the nice messages about the leggings. So I wanted to create a perfect leggings pattern. So you have 2 different waist heights to choose from. You can choose a mid-rise or like a high waist of the leggings, and you have 3 different views. I really enjoy wearing leggings, and I really wanted to do these fun flared ones as well. They're a bit trendy right now, but I also think they're very flattering and comfortable. I actually wore a black pair of the View C during my travel, like on the plane and stuff, and it worked so well, and it's my new favorite airport outfit. I just wanted to let you know, and you can find the PDF right now on my website, and the paper pattern is coming very, very soon, and it's going to be green. So if you can see here, I have the yellow, turquoise, blue and pink so far, and then I'm adding the green. This is also the first pattern that I have available in my 2 different size ranges. So you have the 32 to 50 and 44 to 62. If you're interested in the Jorun leggings, go over to planpatterns.com and you will find them there. And I think next week is going to be the sew along. I just wanted to mention the release because I haven't uploaded a video in so long. So next week I will do a sew along for the pattern and talk more in depth about it. So that's it for today. Let me know which fabric you prefer and if you have any suggestions on what I should do with them. Thanks for watching, and remember to subscribe and like this video. Until next time, happy sewing!